The engine is finally pretty much fully assembled. Now, some of you will have seen I uploaded a YouTube short of the engine turning over. I was a bit worried. It seemed a bit tight to me by hand. Obviously, all the bearings new, new piston rings and everything. So there's going to be a bit of tightness in there. It's going to take time to loosen up. But I thought before I try and start it properly, I just wanted to crank it over, make sure it sounded fine, and it sounded brilliant. So today, I want to try and make this thing run. I have a few bits and pieces left to do. I haven't hooked up the gear selector cable, so I don't actually know if it's in drive or not, which shouldn't be a problem anyway, because this thing, you put it in drive and it used to take forever to actually decide it wants to move. But just in case, I want to hook that up so I can make sure it is in park. I have no brakes. I haven't bled the system yet, but I'm not too bothered by that at the moment. The leads are all on. Yeah, I don't think exhaust is sort of bolted on. While I'm under there, I might just try and. There's 3 bolts in each manifold. I've only put 1 in each, so I might get the others in while I'm under there. But I think other than that, oh, and the fuel's stale, so I don't know if this. There was a video a while back where this thing ran on a mixture of petrol and diesel, so it might run on the stale fuel that's in there that smells of varnish. I'm going to give it a go. If not, then I will go and get some fresh fuel. But yeah, I don't think there's anything to stop this thing running today. So I'm going to crawl underneath, get those bits done, and then I suppose turn the key. Right, we're jacked up with an axle stand, and I've got a dodgy knee, and I've got to get on the floor. Ow! All right, I'm down. Okay, so here we have the gear cable. As he sits in that bracket there, so I'll deal with that in a minute. You've got a bracket just there, I'll put it in, and hooks onto, I believe, there. That'll be that bit all sorted. Speedo drive, I could probably do that from here. That's, I'll move my light again. That's just there. So that would also help while I'm under here, save having to remember to do it later on. Right, I need to find a fire watcher and then see if she starts. Timing I've eyeballed. I think I've done about 10, 11 degrees before top dead center. It's roughly thereabouts. I need new leads. I didn't realise that one of the leads has been taped up and repaired, so that'll all be dealt with later, but this should be good enough to make it run. Right, let's see what she does. I'll say it's the fuel stale anyway. Right. Ignition.
Cranking.
Okay. Doesn't sound very good, does it? Okay, so narrowed down the slow cranking problem to one of my earth straps. That end was on the battery negative terminal and got very, very hot. And that side just has seen better days. The whole cable, I don't know if you can see in the camera, just looks corroded and old. So, I'm gonna get rid of that. I have a new cable and a new ring terminal. So I'm gonna get that on there, cut it to the right length, make sure it turns over better. And I've got to go home for the day, so I will carry on with this video tomorrow. Right, it has been a week, a couple of weeks I think, since trying to start this whole thing. Turned out the problem with the slow turning over was some wiring stuff. Clean up that ground, replace that ground actually, and replace the one that was at the back of the engine. But the main issue with it was the fact the battery was knackered. It had read 12 volts but tested at like 200 amps, so nowhere near enough to turn this over with any speed. So there's my old battery, there's my new one. Cranks over absolutely fine now, sounds good. But when we went to start it, ran out of fuel. You couldn't write it. So what I'm going to do here, I've got my old sucky pump here. So I'm just going to take that off there. Oh, okay, that had fuel in it. But there's nothing pumping up. So I'm going to try and draw fuel through with that, make sure I've got fuel in the filter housing, and then we'll try again. Right, we now have, you can see that, fuel in the little filter. The bit that popped off of there was very varnishy smelling, so just smelled like stale fuel. So I think that's just kind of residual. So I need to, I'm gonna get a fire watcher because thanks to me watching too much roadkill, I know that the carburetors can catch fire. So thank you, David Freiberger and Mike Finnegan. Yeah, but I think we're about ready to finally see. I can't see any reason why she wouldn't start. So let's give it a go.
Is it? Can't hear you over my engine. Oh, I'm sorry. No, what? Hey, you speak to us as well. Ready?
Right, with a bit of investigation, this wire here that was never connected to anything, I've just checked, and has got 12-volt feed with the ignition. It also seems to have the right sort of plug to fit on there. So I did look back at the wiring, the original wiring, and there was just a red hooked on. There was a red spade terminal like this that was originally in it. So I can't find that, but this does have the right power and seems to be the right one. So I'm going to route this a bit better than that and see if we can now get this to fire up. Let's try for the last time today.
I am going to jump out of my skin if it fires up.
Are you ready?
Cranking. I don't think that's getting sparked.
I don't know.
Did you want to try a quick snort of thing?
No.
It would eliminate the sparky bit, so.
Have we got some here? We've got some brake cleaner.
Oh yeah, we've got plenty of things that will catch fire. It says,
That is brake cleaner.
that says now.
So that's brake cleaner.
Excellent. Do you want some penetrating fluid to get it right in there?
I'll give you a nice stream. There we go.
So I can do it from back here. Oh, I can. What's the Ready?
So I have finally diagnosed what the problem is, and it's the ignition coil. So the ignition coil on these sits inside the distributor cap up in here. This is the 41. Yeah, it's 3 wires. It's not doing what it's got everything it needs to do. So it needs a ground, obviously on the black wire, and then an ignition and a permanent feed on the yellow and red wires. But it's not doing its thing, which is annoying because it did work when it ran when I pulled it apart. So it's a bit annoying that having sat for a year, it's now not working. But I suppose that's one of those things. I have got another one on order, and I'm going on holiday tomorrow. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to try it for the next 2 weeks. But I promise you, when I come back, this will be the first thing I do, because I really want to hear this thing make noise again. So make sure you're subscribed, like the video if you made it this far, and I will see you in a couple of weeks with hopefully lots and lots of suck, squeeze, bang, blow noises.